Hello everyone and welcome to my second OpenCart tutorial. In the previous tutorial I showed you how to upload OpenCart to your website and install it. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to insert products, edit products, copy products and delete products. To do this it's very simple. The first thing you want to do is log on to your website administration panel. When you log in, you'll be taken to the dashboard like this. The next thing you want to do is select Catalogue and then Products. You'll then be taken to this page here where you can manage all of your products on your OpenCart website. The first thing I'm going to do is select Insert at the top right hand corner. I'm going to go through every option, almost every option. There will be a few different options and different fields that I won't explain in this video because it might just overcomplicate things, and it might be better to talk about these other options in a few other tutorials. The first thing you want to do is insert a product name. So I'm going to call this my first product. Your meta tag description, that's basically for search engine optimization. So if I was to type in, in fact, if I go into google.co.uk and type in OpenCart, oh, the meta description for the OpenCart website is this wee bit here. A free shopping cart system. OpenCart is an open source PHP based online e-commerce solution. That's that text there. So whatever you type in here is what would come up here in Google's search results. That would also work for Bing and Yahoo and all the other search engine providers. So I'm going to put in this as my first item. It would be better if it's a real item, it would be better to be a bit more descriptive, like iPhone 5S, blah blah blah. Meta tag keywords. This is also for search engine optimization. I recommend that you type in maybe about 5 to 10 phrases or words that describe that item. So if it was going to be an iPhone, you could type in iPhone. Each phrase must be separated by a comma. You could put in iPhone 5, iOS, iPad, Apple. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. iPod Touch. What else? iMac. Your description is the product description. So in this case, I'm going to type in this as our first OpenCart product. You can also edit the text using the text editor here, so you can make it a bit bold, you can italics, you can underline and score through. You'd only use that if you really had to. You wouldn't obviously type things in like the way I have. If you know HTML, then you can actually go into the source and you can edit the HTML here rather than use this interface. You can also do other things such as insert hyperlinks. So I can put in google.co.uk. The target is basically if you want it to show up in a new window or in the same window or in a new tab, so leave it as it is just now. You can upload a file if you want to link to a particular file, and then you've got some other options here which I won't discuss because that goes a wee bit more technical. And there you go, you've got google.co.uk. You can also highlight existing text and put in a link as well. So if someone was to click product, it would take them to the website that I just typed in there. And finally, you can add images to the description file if you wanted to. using the file manager, the image manager that OpenCart already has in place, which I will show you how to use in a bit more detail later on in this video. You can double click on an image. You can adjust the width and the height, so I can set it to 300 pixels, so it might look a wee bit nicer. Product tags, this is basically for OpenCart or your own website search engine. So again, just a few words to describe that item. I'm just going to copy and paste the meta tag keywords that I used. The next thing is data. One of the required fields here is model. You must put in a model number, so I'm just going to put in 1234 because it's not a real item. A stock keeping unit, or SKU number for short. That's the same as like a catalogue number, or if you have thousands of products, you'll have a unique number to identify each item. So it's optional, you don't need to put anything in, but if you do, then that's fine. The next the next three numbers here, you've got the UPC, Universal Product Code, the EAN, European Article Number, and the JAN, which is the Japanese Article Number. They're basically the numbers you get underneath barcodes. I don't know a lot about them, but if you are a store owner and you know the barcode number for your item, then you can place them here. So I'm just going to put numbers in here anyway, just so I can show you how it works. Your international standard book number, that is the number that identifies each book that's been published. You'll get that on, you can see that in the back of any book. So again, I'm just going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. The manufacturer part number, I'm not too sure why that's there, but I'm sure you'll find use of it if you know what it does. Location, you can tell your customers where that particular item is located, so I'm just going to put in Glasgow. The price of the item, I'll put in 10. I think my store is set to dollars, so I'll set it to $10. The tax class, you can make it taxable or it's a downloadable product. You can add different tax classes because some items might need to have tax, some don't. In this example, I'm not going to set any tax, and I'm going to show you how to use tax classes in a later tutorial. The quantity, that's how many you have in stock, so I'm going to put in 10. The minimum quantity before it can be ordered, so if you want someone to buy, 10 of each item at a time, then they need to have at least 10 in their cart. So I'm going to put in 10, in fact I'll put in 5. So I'm not allowed to order this item unless I've ordered at least 5. Subtract stock, that means every time someone buys it, will you subtract the stock or will you leave it? We'll keep it to subtract stock. The out of stock status, when an item goes out of stock, you can choose how it's displayed. You can say that it's going to be in 2 to 3 days, in stock, out of stock, or pre-order. You can actually add more options, which I'll show you how to do in a later tutorial as well. Require shipping, yes or no. That just depends on the item. Your CEO keyword, I'm going to set to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your CEO keyword is basically, if I put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end, my item would show up. The new item that I'm about to add will show up like so. Image, that will be the default image that's displayed for your new item. So here we're in the image manager. I can select an image that's already been uploaded to the server, or I can upload a new image. So what I'm going to do to keep things organized is I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call it new product. Submit. And then I'm going to click on that folder, and there's no images in it just yet, but I'm going to upload one just now. So if I go to pictures, and I'll upload this image here. Just so you know, OpenCart has restrictions when you're uploading images. It has to be under a certain size and a certain file size and under certain dimensions. So I don't think this file is going to upload. In fact, we'll just cancel that upload because it's going to take ages. So if I just double click on the image that I've uploaded, just give it a wee second. And there you go. That took a wee bit longer because I was trying to upload a really big image. Usually it would be quicker than that. Date available. If you don't want the item to show up on your store right away, you can set a release date so no one can see it. I'm just going to leave that to today's date so that we can see it when we save it. The dimensions, you would put in the dimensions just so the customer knows how big it is. So you can put 10 by 10 by 10. You can select a certain length class, centimetre, millimetre or inch. You can add different length classes, which again I will show you how to do in another tutorial. For now we'll keep it to centimetre. The weight, I'm going to put as 10 as well. You've got different weight classes, kilogram, gram, pound or ounce. You can add different weight classes as well, which I will show you how to do in another tutorial. The status, enabled or disabled. You can disable it and it means that it won't be shown on the homepage, on your OpenCart website, sorry. And sort order, you can set it to 5, 6, 7, just the order you want that item to show in. Links. Now that is if you want to link to your item to a certain manufacturer, category, filters, stores if you're running on multi-store, downloads and related products. So manufacturer, I'm going to type in Canon because that comes with OpenCart. Categories, I will type in desktop. Filters, I don't have any filters just yet. I will show you how to use filters in another tutorial. Stores, we've only got the default store. Again, there'll be a tutorial about using multi-store and OpenCart. Downloads, if you've got a downloadable item, I will show you how to do that in the next tutorial. And related products, so if you had a similar item, you can link the two of them together. I'm just going to choose Apple Cinema 30-inch display. Attributes, if there's some item specifics that you want to add to the item, you can do it here. So you can type in, language, and you could put in English. If it was a book, you would say it was in English. Author, I don't know, J.K. Rowling, however you say it. You can add lots of different item specifics or attributes. Processor speed, you can do 3.33 kilohertz. So you can add and you can easily remove them as well. So options, you can add different options, size, and then option values. So you can have large, medium, small. You can set the quantity for each option, and if there's an additional price, let's say if large was an extra $1, then you could put in 1. If medium, I'll put in 2 actually. Medium could be 1, and then small could be 0. If there's reward points on that item, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail later on, you can add extra points if they buy something that's a bit bigger. And if there's a different weight for each size as well, you can type it in there. As well as size, you've got loads of different options. You'll have colour. Oh no, sorry. checkbox. I thought you had colour, maybe not. Checkbox 1, quantity 1, price 1, points 1, weight 10. You can also choose if each option is required or not, so we'll put no in this one. You can add more options later on, which I will show in one of the next tutorials. Profiles we'll talk about in another tutorial as well. Discounts, you can apply a discount to a certain customer group. At the moment we've only got one customer group, but we'll be adding more in one of the later tutorials. So if they buy 5, then they can get the item a wee bit cheaper. They can get it for $8. If you want this to be a limited offer, then you can add a start date and end date to the offer. You can add different discounts for different customer groups. Special is very similar to discount. You can put in a special price with a date starting and a date ending for different customer groups. The only difference is the discount is only applied when they order a certain amount. The special is applied regardless. So we'll put the special to $9 and you'll see what happens. Image, you can add more images for each item. So as you can see, I've only got one image for that item. I'll see if I can find another image somewhere. I don't know, let's have a look. Should have been a wee bit more prepared, but I'll use this logo here that I created a while back for someone. So that can be the secondary image for that item. You can add loads of different images. I'll add one more just so I can show you. In fact, I'll use an image that's already here. I'll use the Canon picture here. Reward points. That's just for if someone buys it, you can set the amount of points for that item. So I'm going to put in 10 reward points. If they belong to a particular customer group, then you can add more reward points. So if they're a part of your VIP customers, then you can give them 20 points instead of 10, and so on. The design, normally you wouldn't have to use this tab, so I would leave it blank. However, I will be talking about layouts later on in my series of tutorials. So now that everything has been added, let's click save. And let's have a wee look. There you go, there's my item here. Let's have a look at it on the homepage or on your website. So if I type in my first, it should just show from there. There you go. As you can see, this is the image, the default image, and you can click on it, it will enlarge and it will show you some other images. Here it says the brand is Canon. The product code is 1234. You'll get 15 reward points because I'm part of the default customer group, and availability is in stock. The price is $10, however it's on special at 9. There's no tax class, so it will say excluding tax. Price and reward points 10. Available options, you've got small, medium and large. Large will increase the, medium and large will bring the price up just a wee bit. And you've got this optional checkbox which you can change the value of when I show you in the later tutorials. It says here this product has a minimum quantity of 5, so you must add at least 5 to the cart. If I try add 1 and then go into the checkout, it will say minimum order amount for my first product is 5. So if I go and add another 5 and then reload this cart, there you go. It says that my item is not in stock, which I'll have a look at into in a wee minute. Here's the description that you typed in. There's the image you put in. There's the links that we put in place, and you've got the HTML code here with the underlines and the score throughs and italics. Product reviews. Customers can leave reviews, and I'll show you how to manage your reviews in a later tutorial. And related products is the Apple Cinema 30-inch. Now we seem to have a wee problem. That it says that this item is not in stock. We'll find out why just now. So to do this, we'll need to edit a product. So you'll notice along the right hand side of each product you've got the edit button. So we're going to go to the item we just created and click edit, and we want to hit the data tab. We put the quantity as 10. The minimum quantity is set to 5. Let's try. I'm not sure why this is out of stock. If you give me a wee second. I think I know why. The reason why it's out of stock is because we added options. Yeah, so when we click options, we only put 1 in stock. Let's change that to 10. And same with the sizes. We'll change that to 10 as well. We've told it that it's only got 1 large in stock. That is why we've got this error. So if I reload that now, there you go. It should be gone, and the user can go in and check out. So when you edit a product, you click edit, you've just got all the same options. So if it's just a couple of wee small things you want to change, maybe you want to add another category or remove a category or whatever, you can do that and you can click save. If you want to create a similar product, you can tick the products here. So let's say if I wanted to create 2 Apple Cinemas, you can just click it and then hit copy, and as you can see we've now got 2 of the same items. This is really convenient if you've got a lot of similar items, and all I need to do here is edit, change the title so we can tell which item is which. If I go back into the website and type in Apple Cinema, there you go, I've got that one there. And then you can also simply delete an item by checking the ones that you want to delete and then click delete. So there you go, I have shown you how to successfully add a product, modify a product, copy a product and delete a product. If you've got any questions or if you want to give me some feedback, just leave a comment below. and I will be happy to get back in touch with you. In the next tutorial, we'll be looking at categories and how to add different categories. So keep an eye out for that one, and thanks for watching.